Hi guys, how is everybody doing? Happy Friday, happy Friday. Have you got your water? I've got mine with lipstick all over it. Do I look weird with my hair back like this? I was doing some stuff. Let's talk. Let's talk. Today was weigh-in, but let's talk about my week first. Or, well, you know, let's talk. I was diagnosed with a little something called psoriatic arthritis. Now, I'm going to see if I can show you the calm version of my psoriatic arthritis. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Let's get some light, Nita. Okay. All right. Hi, Clara. What you doing, little dog? Okay. This is light. This was a whole open wound. This is my hand calm. All of my fingernails open, bloody, itchy. Okay, so all of this that you guys see on my arms, I have it everywhere. I have it on my legs. I have it on my butt. I have it everywhere. Okay, hang on. Come here, Clara. Where's a comfortable spot to talk? Let's try right here. Hang on a minute, guys. I like my pink chair, my pink princess. Oh, you're a little high. How's that? Is that okay? All right, I can kick back here, get comfortable. So last week was basically a week from hell. Y'all come up? Oh, yes, this little pretty girl. She wants to come up and hang out. You want to hang out? Oh, how am I going to talk to the Paddiwackers with you in my face? Huh? All right, so last week was a week from hell. Not only am I dealing with the psoriasis part of the psoriatic arthritis, but I'm dealing with the arthritis parts of my joints and my bones. Another fun side effect of it is that it gets you tired. All I have to do is come in and make my bed and lay down and stretch out for a second. Next thing I know, TikTok is 3 hours later. And then of course I'm doing all my research and reading up on it, and I'm talking to people who know what they're talking about. I'm not just Googling MD. And so, crappy week. I felt horrible. I still feel bad, but I refuse to let it get me down. All right, so I felt horrible. I itch so bad, you guys. I just want to rip my skin off. Those of you who have eczema or psoriasis or have had poison ivy, you guys know what it feels like. Getting out of bed, walking around like a 120-year-old woman. It's the depression hit on top of that, okay? So I itched, I hurt, and I got sad. And I was in the pits. A couple of nights, I had a couple of drinks and drank more than I should have, which was stupid because that just makes it flare up. But I was so depressed, I didn't care about anything. I actually had Oliver's dad come and take care of him because I didn't want Oliver to see me feeling the way I was feeling, and I didn't want him here with me, so I had him away for a night. And I started to hit a depression of epic proportions that I have been in the past. I, in the year 2000, tried to take my own life, but spoiler alert, it didn't work. And I promised myself I would never get to that place again, especially now that I seem to have a real purpose, and that is my boy. So, see, as I'm sitting here, you guys, I just itch so bad. Okay, so when you're depressed, not only, you know, you're not caring about yourself, you're not caring about your family, your life, you really don't care about your weight loss too much. But the interesting thing is, in looking back, is they tracked everything, and only because I have gotten in just such a habit of doing it. You know, you learn things, you learn how to do something, you do it every day, then it just comes naturally. And that's what I was doing. And I didn't go over my points. I am doing smart points. I'm not doing freestyle smart points. I'm doing smart points, which is 30 points a day. And so, you know, I did that, but I wasn't really tuned into it. There was 4 out of 5 days I did get to the park and walk. And the only reason I got to the park to walk was because I knew if I didn't, that I was gonna get bad fast. I was gonna go from bad to worse really fast. So I knew I needed the fresh air, and I walked. One day I just couldn't because my hips, my arthritis hurt too bad. I just couldn't. And I'm gonna go walk today after I talk to you guys. So on my way to my meeting this morning, I taped, and I spoke a little bit about Mother's Day, which I'm going to speak about in just a second, and kind of prepared myself for yet another loss, which, you know, is kind of telling myself, you know, just be prepared when you get on the scale, Anita. Give yourself some grace. You had a tough week. And, you know, and I went in and my friends were there. And immediately when I walked in, I felt better because my friends were there. People who truly do care about me were there. And my whole thing shifted. And Colleen called me over, one of the girls who does the weigh-in. And she's just a beautiful girl. I love her. She always puts little hearts in my books. I keep leaving my weigh-in book in my car. And I got on the scale, and after, you know, I was expecting, I was ready, and I told her before I got on the scale about my week, I had to show her what was going on because I wanted to make sure if she saw it, she didn't think it was contagious or anything like that. So and then my medication, I've been on boatloads of prednisone. Anybody need prednisone? Because I've got it. Prednisone, Benadryl for the itching, Vicodin for my hip pain. The hip bone's connected to the spine bone, and the spine bone hurts and is connected to the neck bone, right? So I'm just this big mess. And feeling crummy about myself. Useless, can't clean my kitchen because I can't get my hands wet because it makes it worse. So I'm mulling around in this house, feeling bad. And the place is a mess. And you know how when your house is a mess, it just makes you feel worse, right? So I got up this morning and I went to Weight Watchers, and I lost 1.6 pounds. By the grace of God, I lost 1.6 pounds. Now, I sat through my meeting. It was a really good meeting. It's always a good meeting. I just love my folks. That's why I still go. I don't like Weight Watchers, but the folks who work for Weight Watchers are not in my meeting. They're not responsible for freestyle. And then afterwards, a group of us who usually sit, talk, and the only thing we can attribute my weight loss to is the fact that even though I was in the depths of hell by how I felt and what I was thinking, I still tracked. And even though I didn't care about anything in life, I had the wherewithal not to go over my 30 points. Isn't that the weirdest thing? I felt horrible. I mean, all of it. By all accounts, I should have gained. But I didn't gain. I lost 1.6 pounds with all the horribleness, not even talking about my dad, that was going on. So I'm here to tell you, and I kept it simple. The one thing about being depressed and not feeling good is you keep it simple whether you're trying to or not, right? Clara, what are you doing, little dog? What you doing? Come here. So, you know what? I just want to tell you guys that no matter what is going on, no matter how great, no matter how crummy, you can still do this. You can still lose. You can, and you know what, another thing that I'm so grateful for is if I hadn't started my weight loss program and I hadn't have lost the amount of weight that I've lost now, I would be feeling even worse because I would have all that weight on top of my joints and my boings that hurt from this arthritis. And I would be in even a worse place than I am now. I just want to remind you guys, I had made a video last year about Mother's Day and paying attention to grandmothers who are raising, not grazing, they may be grazing too, raising grandchildren. And if I can figure out a way to repost it, I'm going to call Kelly over at Freedom on a Budget and say, hey, Kelly girl, can you give a pal out? Or I'll call Cherie over at Motivated Muffins. These girls help me so much. I love them so much. Basically, I just want to say, because I'm already 10 minutes in, you got places to go, people to talk to, things to see. If you know somebody, or even if you are just an acquaintance of a grandmother who is raising grandchildren, would you acknowledge them for me? Would you, if nothing else, when you see them between now and Mother's Day, stop, look them in the eye, smile, and say, Happy Mother's Day. And if you want to go a little further, just say something like, what you're doing can't be easy, but I want to wish you a happy Mother's Day. Because, you know, it's a funny thing about Mother's Day is everybody, you see all the hustle and bustle and the flowers and the beauty, and there's really no getting away from it. But when you have little children, they are not allowed to drive. They can't get in the car and drive over to Rite Aid and pick out a cute card for Nana and sign it, lick the envelope and give it to her, or go get her a flower or something. And it's not about the stuff, you guys. It has nothing to do with stuff or gifts. It's about being acknowledged. And we often are not acknowledged. There's a lot of people that aren't acknowledged, and that's a whole different subject. I'm just asking you from my heart, on behalf of all of us grandparents who are raising our grandchildren, give them a hello. If you're close with them enough, if they're huggers and you're huggers, hug them, just acknowledge them. And I can guarantee you, it will brighten up their whole day. Even if their children are there and they wish they're Happy Mother's Day, Ma. Yeah, okay. If you acknowledge the grandparent part, I can guarantee you, you will make their day. I'm hoping to do another video between now and Sunday because it's only Friday and I seem to have a lot to talk about, don't I? But if for some reason I can't, or I don't, I wish you guys nothing but the best Mother's Days. It's a tough day around here. Last year was horrible, horrible. I hate Mother's Day, huh, Clara? Clara, you getting me anything for Mother's Day? Come here. Come here. The little dog's sitting here. Come here, little dog. They're so funny when I sit here and make videos. They look at me and they shake like, what's Mama doing talking to that box? Huh, Clara? She's a Clara doggy. She's a Clara. So, thanks for listening. Thank you, guys. Drink your water. Know where your bathrooms are.